hilarious.
I told you to stop talking about them. They're going to get really upset with you.
The mics?
Yeah.
They might.
We'll go with that. You tell
You're
Fib.
being a poop tonight.
But I knew that you were talking about those girls.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching the weekly wrap here, streamed live on 802 Scoop.
Right, the scoop.
From the Inside Scoop Studios,
I can't wait to
Main
talk about
Street,
that.
Barrie, Vermont. Right here, we've got with us, obviously, the ever lovely Raylene. How
Good
are you
evening.
doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, you know, I'm being
doing
a
really
poop
well.
today.
You are? Well, stop. So, you know, why would you want to do that? I'm going to share this show with our groups and
You are?
stuff. I'm doing it
Oh.
right now.
Good for you. So we probably should just start off and let everybody know that don't bother going to the fireworks in Montpelier tonight. Watch 802 Scoop.
Right. All events in Montpelier have been canceled.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm activity. It was just pouring buckets here, but the sun was
Joe.
so bright I could barely see. The sun was crazy bright and I could
know.
barely see.
Believe me.
And it was pouring
I know.
buckets. Right. Because you rode the bicycle.
I did. I rode the,
The
trike down.
The trike.
I rode the trike down, and then all of a sudden it starts raining cats and dogs, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's not good.
No.
Hopefully it's not raining cats and dogs when I leave.
I hope so too. I mean, we have garbage bags under the counter.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. You're going to give me a ride.
We could. Oh yeah, I forget that you can leave the bike in here.
Yes.
Yes, inside. It does come inside, so that's good. You can leave it here, safe and sound, and I would absolutely give you a ride home.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
doing well?
Doing okay. Hanging in there.
Do you know when the date is for the fireworks to come back on? If
For
all the
Montpelier?
events, yeah.
No, they didn't say that.
They didn't do that
no.
yet?
They have not. Ooh, we have
see?
some flickering lights. So hopefully we'll
Probably-
stay with you, but we never know.
Yep. So, folks, just so you know, the lights just flickered and they flickered again.
Yeah. And a few
we don't
times.
know how long we're going to be on the air, but hopefully
Yeah.
we'll be on
Yeah.
for a
For a
little
while. I hope it just blows over. I hope it.
I do
is-
too,
as
because
quick as it came in, because Thunder Road, man, I hope they get it in and get their fireworks done. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see thundering. I heard thunder. I didn't see lightning here. I know that, they won't let people sit out there in the bleachers with the lightning either. But it would be nice if they could get the race in and the fireworks. But it sounds like it's raining pretty hard again.
it does.
Yeah.
Hopefully it stops so I can get to go home.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to look, though. We'll have to look at, like, some of the,
It all says
the
it's supposed to
place.
be beautiful out.
Because if you watch it on your phone and watch what it's doing in Barrie and you watch the video, we'll make sure that you're not going to, like, get part way and then get pouring rain.
I just need 5 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah, to get home.
The bike only goes 15.
It's not that far from here to my house.
I know. But it's more
Took-
uphill than it is when you came down.
That's true.
So you have,
it is more
you have a
uphill,
lot more
and
momentum,
I will feel it in my thighs.
momentum coming down. But yeah.
Joe Edson says it's a fast-moving storm, so we're good.
Oh, good. Good.
Yep.
Love it.
So no idea when the rain out date is.
I have no idea. No. Okay. I mean, honestly, I didn't really. I read the warning and, the post that it all canceled and it didn't have any of that information. Maybe they had something on their page previous that says if, due to bad weather, which I posted all of their stuff. Maybe some of that stuff said due to bad weather, a makeup date will be this day or that day. But I think sometimes it's tough to get those makeup days. And sometimes it takes a while because North Star is the one that does the majority of the shows around here. And they already have consecutive shows scheduled. And they got to get those out of the way.
Yeah.
So before they loop back around. Yeah. We'll wait and we'll post it as soon as we know. We'll let everybody know.
We do know that the Barrie Heritage Festival will be having their
Fireworks. Yes. Well, we
on
hope,
Saturday
right? We
night,
hope that
hopefully.
they have good weather to do theirs
Oh,
too.
that would be awful if they didn't.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wait for that, and I'm sure you'll post that online as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to talk about City Council on Tuesday night?
Sure. I mean, Jeff and I talked a little bit about it today, not a lot. But yeah, absolutely. I'll jump on board with that.
I went down there because I went into the building because I thought, I thought there was going to be a long, drawn out process about the ordinance, and I'm a supporter of the ordinance. I understand that our police department is totally understaffed right now. For,
Oh, yeah.
for the record.
Yeah.
And that's certainly something that the city's going to have to deal with. But that being said, the ordinance, the way that I read it and the way that I see it, and based on Chief Vale's opinion, this it has an opportunity to really cut down on some of the problems that we have in the city.
Right,
And I'm
behavior.
super happy about
Behavior.
that. But there was
and-
no fighting except for.
Well, right, there was no fighting, but let's be realistic. So it was read, we've had plenty of argument about it several times now. We had the Community Safety Forum, where there were certainly people from both sides at the forum. Then we had the first reading, that we know there's plenty of argument there as well. And then we had the first reading because it had to go back to the attorney, and some modifications were made. And once those things were done, I have no idea what that was, that just fell. But the modifications were made. Then it went back again for a second reading. And I think that it was kind of argued out, and I think that Don Ruthier pointed that out and said, we're beating a dead horse here. We've already heard all of these arguments. Why continue to have these same arguments? And I agree with him. It was kind of pointless to do that. I mean, what more can be said about it, really?
No, you're right, except for,
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah. Shame.
Shame.
With the signs. That shame.
I shouldn't. I mean, I understand to me, it came across funny to me because all I could think about was Game of Thrones.
Oh,
where
and see,
where
I know none of
Cersei
that.
is paraded through the streets and everybody's yelling shame,
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 shame.
shame.
Oh, but
And it's. I mean, it's the last. I will say that I understand the desire to protest it, and I get it. They're not happy that the ordinance passed. I understand that. But it may, I chuckled when I saw it just because that's all I could think about was
Right.
the
But
Game of Thrones.
the people that were holding up the shame flag, they wouldn't mean it in that way. I mean, they just would never.
No,
I mean,
I mean-
they would never want to shame somebody. I mean, they talk about that all the time, that I'm this horrible person that, posts the pictures of the people and I'm shaming people, right? So,
Well, to
and
be
talk
quite
about
frank
a
with you, I
horrible
think-
person I am.
I think a
for
little
shaming
bit of
people.
shame would be good in our society.
Well,
quite
me
frankly.
too. But I'm just saying that they wouldn't shame. I mean,
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
no.
I
They aren't
get it.
hypocrites.
I get it.
Come on.
I understand it, but I just, for me, I found it comical because that's all I could think
I do
about
find
was
it
shame.
comical.
And-
I'm being a
and
smart ass
I
all
know
the way
you are.
around, and it's going up over your head.
It's not going up over my head.
But
I'm just pointing out that that's why I was
yeah,
getting a kick
I mean,
out of
and
it.
fine, whatever. Who cares? They, if they have the right to do that, and they did, and
Yeah.
good for them.
I will say that there was only 2 people that did it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there would be a much more coordinated
Yeah, effort.
effort
Yeah.
than that. I was a little disappointed by that. I legitimately, if you're gonna do more than just 2, because
Right.
it kind of looked like you could have. I don't know. I mean, there
Yeah.
was a lot of people there fighting the ordinance, and there was only 2 people that did the signs.
Well, and I mean, do you have to? I mean, I think everybody knew how the vote was going to go. It had already gone that way
True.
twice before.
And you know what?
And so,
Believe me, I've been on the
Yeah.
other end of a vote.
but
before,
actually, we picked up a vote in that. So
True.
because it was a 5-2 split instead of a 4-3 split.
That's
so,
true.
It gained
and I was
momentum.
surprised. I was very surprised by that.
It gained momentum, and with a few adjustments, even last night, I think that the conversation was good. There was a few suggestions for edit as far as language goes, making it more simple terms or making some edits, and those edits were easily agreed to, and so it is going to be printed in the Times Argus. And then once that's printed, then it takes effect 15 days after. And I believe I was told the 17th, maybe the 18th, but it's that week of, and I will post for sure when it is. But there will be copies of the ordinance, the new public safety ordinance, as well as the policy. And the policy is surrounds all the no trespass stuff. And so there will be copies of both of those things each Wednesday that the Barre City Republican committees, they do a table at the park for the food truck and farmers market and all in the concert. And so each week, there are a few weeks that no one is there, but for the majority of the time, there will be somebody there, and you can go ahead and pick up a copy of that so that you have it, you know what it says. And because I think it's important that no matter who you are, that that you know, and especially because we always say, see something, say something. Well, it would be nice to go through that list and know where that falls on that list.
Yep.
So,
And
yeah.
just for folks to know, because I'm sure somebody will fact check you other than me, it's 14 days.
It is 14 days.
Yep.
Okay.
I checked the charter.
So
Because
yeah.
I thought it was 30.
No, I was told 15, but
Yeah.
So you fact checked and it's 14, so
I-
that's
I
good.
fact checked.
But I think Jeff said today the 17th is when it would come into effect. So I don't know. That would have meant that it had to be printed today's paper, and I don't know if it was or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So, but anyway, that's
it passed.
It did pass, and I think it's a good thing. And I think it's really important that people understand that it's not about a specific person. It's not about whether you're rich, poor, homeless, housed, teenager, 65-year-old man. It's all about behavior. It has nothing to do with anything except for behavior. And if you can't behave, then you're probably going to get a ticket. And they're definitely going to warn people first. I mean, this is something new. And so probably the first time you're just going to get a warning, you're going to get spoken to, say, this is against the ordinance and this is what the ordinance is, and no more of that. But that's going to be it. And this is a tool, another tool in the toolbox for our police.
Yep.
I have high hopes for it. I hope it works out well. And I hope that people start feeling safer and more welcome in our community.
I'll say this. The post that you did, oh my word.
Which one?
The
I have a
one-
lot of oh my word posts.
The one that was talking about that, there was 300 likes.
Yeah, and like a crazy amount of comments.
A crazy
and,
amount of comments, mostly positive,
and
if
share,
not all.
and share, a lot of shares as well. But
Dang.
I thought you were talking about the podcast buster of the week.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So the video of Sam riding your trike.
Oh,
So
the
that-
20,000.
That
yes.
damn thing has been, I think it's at 21,000.
No, is it really?
Yes, I think it's at 21,000 now, or very close to it, for that damn video. Sam, I told him, you really should start charging for your autograph at that point, I mean, come on. That's just insane. Funny as hell. And I think it's funny that it happened, that I posted it. I didn't ask him first, I just did it. And you didn't ask if you could record him first either. We did the whole thing kind of knock and shock kind of thing. But he was fine with it. He's a really good sport. He's a good shit. And he's gotten a pretty big kick out of how many times it's been viewed. But
Let's see.
of course, I got the biggest. I sent him a message and I said, who are you talking about? He's like, don't you tell her I did this. I'm like, who's her? Me. Why me? What would he care if I knew he did it?
Because he didn't want, I don't know. Because you guys have been running your mouth
Joking
about me.
it? No, Jeff and I do that.
Yeah, Jeff and you and
Jeff and I
Jeff
do
do
that.
it.
We pick
but
on you
You
about
guys were pretty. You were like
Were
riding
you
on me
listening?
too. You know.
Were you listening to the end of the show today
Yes.
when I said that you could something about your unicorn, your pink unicorn, and your
You know,
bicycle?
you can kiss it. You can kiss it.
I can't help
Okay.
it.
Kiss it.
Listen.
Kiss my butt.
Yeah.
And just so you know, you could ride the trike with your little foot
No,
issue.
I don't want to right now because my foot is very
No,
numb.
no.
I've had biopsies. I've got
Right.
open wounds.
Right.
Right
No,
now
no,
it's not.
I know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, but you technically could because that trike is that easy to
Yeah,
ride.
that I know I could do it. I mean, I can do anything except for put a wheelbarrow forward. I have to turn around and pick it up backwards. I cannot do it forward.
Huh.
You need toes, and I don't have them on my right foot. And if you try to pick it up and you don't have toes, you're going to fall in the wheelbarrow. And I can guarantee, I can promise you that because I did it about 8 times before I gave up. Face first, right into it.
Alrighty then.
I was pretty determined to figure it out, but the answer is just turn around, lift it up like this, and pull it with you instead of push it. Yeah.
So, should we play the video of Sam so that people know
Sure.
what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
absolutely. Why not? Why not play it one more time, right?
Yeah.
It's
right.
cute as hell, and I think you should make one of your little videos out of it.
You think? Oh, you do? You
Well,
think should make
I'm
it-
not sure that that would work well because it's kind of far away. But maybe.
Well, unfortunately, we can't hear it. Yes, I am. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 21,000 views. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
only 59 likes.
It's cute as hell. It's as funny
is.
as hell. And then you did a video. Can we play
I did.
yours?
We can.
And what was funny is so Sam recorded you recorded Sam, and you literally both sent them to me within seconds of each other. You sent me your video, and like 2 seconds, not even maybe, Sam sent me his. So I got them, boom, boom. You both sent them, but he didn't want me to see it supposedly. And he didn't send me his, of course, but he sent me yours. It was cute. It was funny as hell that you both
Well, I
did
did
that.
tell him that I was going to send it to you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, no, I did. But I didn't tell him that you were going to upload it.
That I was
You
gonna
just
upload it.
automatically
I
did
did.
that without any permission.
Right, I
from
didn't
us.
ask your permission
No,
to put
you
yours
did
up there
not.
either.
All right, so we'll
Listen,
play.
you're fair game.
Yeah, no, I'm used to it now.
It is a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot.
Have a great day, Mike. I'll try.
It was funny. It was good. I liked
Yeah.
it. It was good. Yep. But so now Jeff wants to try it. Glenn Brummer wants to come down and try it, and me. So we're gonna have to have a night that we're live out back, and people will get to test drive the trike. Are you open to that?
Yeah, of course I am.
Well, we'll just be live out there.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Well, people, I say if we're gonna do it though, I want to make it fun. So if we're gonna do this, I want to make it fun. I'm gonna bring down like a pair of clown shoes. I'm gonna bring down a tutu. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it up, and we're gonna do it up right, and like people are gonna have to wear something funky when they're on the trike.
No.
While we're live. You don't
I
have
can't.
to.
I can't.
You're just the trike master. And
The
so
trike master?
Yeah, so anybody that wants to try it out is going to have to like participate in being a little silly. It'll kind of be like, maybe I'll ask Dick Wobby to come down in his clown
That's
suit.
a great idea. And
Or
maybe
his
his
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I love it when he said that, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
But I'm going to ask him if he wants to come
Does he
and
have
try the trike because he rides bikes all the time. He rides bike like we're talking lots and lots and lots of miles in every morning. You know, that's what he does. I could never ride a bike like that. He goes, yeah. Like most people get on their motorcycle and ride. Dick Bobby does that on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I can't do that. But now I can. Because
Yeah.
I have a trike that
Yeah.
helps.
Don't forget your generator. Your gas powered generator. You just put it in the basket.
Kathy says she wants to ride in the basket.
She
And
does.
You know what, Kathy? You can, just not with me on it because
Oh, that's why. So I can put her in the basket
you
when I'm
can.
driving.
Yes,
She can get the basket.
because it has a weight capacity, and I can't put anything in the basket because I hit the weight capacity.
You already hit the weight capacity. Yeah. Oh, well. Her and I could do that, though. That'd
Yeah,
be funny.
You
Yeah.
absolutely could.
Yeah.
Absolutely could.
So,
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. We'll have people come down and we'll
We'll have a lot of fun
people-
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could pedal up to Glenn's house.
of course you could, but
I could.
let him come down here and raise hell with us out in the back parking lot.
Yeah. No, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That
it
would
would.
be a lot of fun.
Or maybe we could even, like Jeff suggested, we'll just all meet up at the auditorium. There's more room up there.
I think I'm going to get flags for it.
No, you're not.
No?
That's where I draw the line, Michael.
The flags?
Yeah.
Do you hate flags?
I was going to say something not very nice. I'll do it off the record. Because I'll really get in trouble if I say that. But,
No, don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need flags.
People are interested in this, so we're going to definitely have to do it.
I think we should go up to the auditorium and do it. There's more
Okay.
room.
Yes.
Not people pulling in and out of the parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's paved up there. That's a good idea.
That's what we should do.
Yep. Okay.
So we'll pick a night. We'll talk about it. We'll pick a night, and that's what we'll do. But it's
Perfect.
probably going to be a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
because I'm off next week, and yeah, we'll go from there.
All right. Awesome.
So what else do you want to talk about? You want to talk about poop?
Oh, yeah.
So today first of all, I find it humorous. So now we're flushing the poop, right? We're
Yeah.
flushing the poop right now because
gonna-
really we don't
Ooh,
give a
Do you
poop.
want to do a segment called "Flushing the Poop"?
we could,
I'll
we
have
could.
to. I'll have to get like a little
So,
ringtone and everything else.
Somebody
or whatever.
stole my background for 802 Scoop, the blue face page for our podcast. This is Community Podcast. And they stole our symbol, except our logo, except they edited it and put a piece of poop in the middle. And they're calling it 802 Poop. Go check out the Facebook page. But they're obviously trying to be assholes. We obviously, but more than likely me, offended somebody. They're a little whine ass. They can't take what, Raylene has to say about them. Wow. Big deal. Do I care? You have your little 2-year-old page and call it 802 poop and haha, like, are you serious? Like, it's just so stupid that it's funny. It's so stupid, it's funny.
It's cute. I think it's cute.
But if you're going to do it, change your background, change your logo. Don't be, jacking somebody else's stuff because that's, if I did that, I'd be in big trouble, right? Because I'm the big bad felon, the embezzler, the thief, the this, the that they all like to call me. But then talk about hypocrites. Here they go, doing those same sorts of things. But, I've come to really expect it from people because when they don't get their own way or something, wah, baby, I don't care. I graduated high school in 1990. Yep, that's right, 1990. I'm that old or young. And I don't have time for that shit anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm being an asshole, it's like straight up I'm being an asshole about real incorrect things. I'm not being an immature idiot about it. Or
So I just want to make a comment, because there is. I looked at the page, and one of the comments, which is kind of a good criticism.
yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, because I don't, not that I hate to say it, but it's a good criticism. Like, we don't know what a podcast is.
Yeah, that's
in
yeah.
In defense,
Yeah.
I mean, I've always
Or maybe they
felt-
don't know what a podcast is.
No, they're referring to us.
Oh.
So referring
Maybe.
to 802 Scoop, and I think the reason why, because I've thought about that in the past. Like, when I
Yeah.
think of a podcast,
Yeah.
I don't think of Facebook Live, right?
No, you think of
I don't
YouTube,
think of you. No, I don't even
X,
think
Spotify.
of YouTube. I think of like Podbean, which
yeah.
is just
Yeah.
audio.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to call.
Just
what,
audio's for pussies. I mean, it just is. Like, come on. Whether you look good, you look like hell. I mean, did you see me last week when I rolled in here? You know, my hair is flat to my head. I got it all pinned back like I would never wear. I've never I wouldn't have dared leave the house. But man, I had a show to do, and so I did it. You know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
No. I'm just the podcast part of it
Right,
was
is
because I've
all-
always felt kind of weird calling it a podcast.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Well,
Although,
it's not.
So
Let's just call it a show. The 802 Scoop Show. We don't have to call it a podcast. I don't give a shit what you call it. I mean, call it the talk show. Call it
that's a good point.
like Saturday Night Live type, thing. Like, whatever.
Don't go down the Saturday Night Live.
No.
You'll start me into the trip of
Right.
the
Right.
sweaty
But I mean, we don't have to
balls.
call it a podcast. We can call it whatever we want, as long as we call it 802 Scoop. I don't care. And if people want to join 802 Poop, like I said, please do. How about it? And have fun with it, because it could be fun.
Right.
And so I don't care. What I care is they're jacking my shit because they don't have brains enough to figure it all out themselves.
But they do have brains.
and they're hypocrites.
They do have brains because
They were able to edit stuff.
Right,
and-
but
yeah.
but let's be honest. Like, some of the stuff that they put for your sponsors.
Yeah, they're
pretty-
sponsors.
yeah,
But
they're
it's
spon-
theirs.
yeah,
It
they're
has
spon-
nothing to do
correct,
with us.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
thanks.
Is kind of funny.
Don't listen to Michael sometimes. 'cause
I
he's
know.
like
We were
he's a wicked
laughing about
werehead.
it.
We
It
were.
was- we were laughing about
It got
it.
sent to me, and and I laughed. The first thing I
Yes.
did was laugh my ass off. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But
So, do you want
but
to run
flush.
through their? You want to run
No.
through their sponsors?
you can. I mean, if you want to give it more life, you go right ahead.
I can't help myself because
Yeah.
it's funny. Because it's kind of funny.
It is.
I think it's kind of funny.
It
so
is.
their
We
sponsors.
both thought it was funny.
Yeah. Their sponsors
Yep.
are the Barrie Wastewater Department,
Yep.
which, I mean, we are friendly to the Barrie Wastewater Department and
We
the
are.
Public
All-
Works in general. And
Right,
all
or
of that.
any Barrie City employee.
Exactly. But so this is, I saw this one and I'm like, oh, damn, this is someone that's lived here for a very long time. The old Taco Bell on the Barrie Montpelier
Yeah,
Road.
that's a real old
That's
one.
an old
Old
reference.
one. What else was down there? Like, it was Taco Bell. Wasn't it with something else, or was it just Taco Bell?
What did it turn into? Wasn't it?
A
it was
sub
some-
shop, right? Wasn't there a
Was it
sub
Simply
shop there
Subs?
too? Or some sort of sub shop was down that way too, I think. I don't even remember if it was the same thing, really. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Is the building still
That was
there?
so, no. I think it's, I think it's where the AT&T is now.
Oh.
Or, I don't
Like,
know.
I remember it, but I very vaguely. Yeah.
Sam says it was then Simply Subs.
It was Simply Subs. Yeah. I thought there was a sub shop, but I wasn't positive.
Yeah.
So what's the next one?
Tool Warehouse.
Which is gone now.
Yep.
Yep.
The Dugout, which is
Was way gone.
super old. I mean, this person has lived in Barrie for a very long time.
Yeah, obviously. To
The
know what
Bond
those things-
Auto Farts.
Yeah, that's been gone for a little bit.
The Bond
Yep.
Auto Farts.
Yep.
I love that. That was hilarious.
Yep. Yep.
And then the Chud Plug Emporium. So you have to Google Chud because I had to look it up, and I'm not gonna talk about it.
You're not going to talk
No.
about it.
And
Yeah.
then there's the Racist Conversations at the VFW, which
I don't like that
I don't like
one.
that one.
No.
That one's a shitty.
Because that doesn't happen. That's not
Yeah.
that's not a nice thing to say about
No.
the VFW at all. Like,
No.
don't be an asshole.
Yeah. Barrie Dogs, and that's a D.
But some people do have no respect for our veterans or our flags.
That's true.
So it doesn't surprise me that would be written, because some people just have no respect for those two things.
And then, like I said, the Berry Dogs, and then the other shitty bootleg liquor podcast,
Yep.
which is
The other would be us, right? We would be the other shitty bootlicker podcast.
I would
be
guess
us
so.
because they're the supposed, yeah.
yeah.
Who
It was
knows?
funny.
Yeah, it was
so
funny.
props to whoever did it.
Yeah.
But don't be cheating and using our graphics.
Yeah,
to
find your
make
own graphics and your own stuff. And
Yeah.
if you can't, then, don't be a wuss.
Yeah,
But
make your
it's probably from the commentary that I took stuff from the previous podcaster and started my business or something,
Oh, that could be possible.
I'm sure.
I'm not sure.
Which isn't true, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
No. All right, so we're done with the poop thing. That was funny.
Yeah, flush.
I enjoyed
Flush.
flush. I wish I had a
Flush.
flushing noise. I'm so disappointed.
Flush
We'll
the
have to
toilet. I know.
flush it.
So we did.
So
and-
let's since we're joking about let's give some love to actual sponsors that are doing good in our
Yeah,
community.
absolutely.
So the Meltdown, they're open tomorrow.
They are. They are.
I was very surprised by that, although I'm not surprised.
Did you pull up their special?
I am gonna pull it up right now.
Okay, you do that because I don't have it over here on my phone.
Let's see.
While you're pulling that up, let's talk about another sponsor. We'll talk about our sponsor right out back, Summer Street Tavern, who is also open on the 4th of July. They open at 4. It's located right at 30 Summer Street. I call it the Berry City's best kept secrets because it's kind of like hidden over there. If you're coming down Summer Street, it is just to the left of City Place, like the rehab gym, just to the left of that. Plenty of parking, always plenty of fun. Pool table, great drinks, food. It's just a really cool vibe over there. It's like literally like a little hangout. What I think of it when I go over there or I'm in there, I think of it as one of those like secret rooms. You know how in some of the old movies, you had to knock this code to be able to go into the secret room, the
speakeasy.
secret bar. Yeah, that's kind of like what I think of when I am over there. Like it's kind of like this little hidden gem.
You know what? They should do that. They should put like a little slider on the inside door.
Yeah.
And then,
Code.
you have to knock on
Yeah.
it to get in, and you
It's
say,
just, I mean,
that would be pretty cool.
it is cool. It's a neat place. And I mean, you've gone over there, you play pool with Barb. That's where we usually head right after we.
I don't want to play pool with Barb with her
Yes, I know,
anymore,
'cause she
though.
kicks your ass and you're whiny about it. But that's where we usually go after we have a great day at the polls and we're winning, which seems to be a lot lately, and we love that. So we go over there and celebrate at Summer Street Tavern, and it's great.
Yeah.
Great little place to be.
So I got this week's Meltdown specialty grilled cheese is a gyro with feta grilled cheese, beef and lamb gyro meat, or gyro?
Gyro.
I said gyro.
Yeah. I say gyro. Maybe it is gyro.
or
Who
is
knows?
it gyro?
Who knows?
Folks, drop in the comments. Is it a gyro?
J or G?
Or is it a J or is it a G sound?
Um,
So anyway, served on authentic Greek pitas, rubbed with olive oil and topped with feta cheese and grilled. Finished with grape tomatoes, red onions, and house-made tzatziki.
It sounds damn good to
tzatziki
me.
Sauce.
Sounds
And
good to
a
me.
Greek yogurt, cucumber, and garlic mixture.
Sounds good to me.
So they're open all weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow they're open from 11:30 to 9.
Perfect. And it sounds like it's going to be great patio weather. They have a beautiful patio. You can sit outside, have your lunch or dinner. It's actually, it's nice. It's a really nice place.
So it sounds like Valerie knows what she's talking about, but she didn't say is it sound with a G as gyro? Or no, gyro.
Right.
Or is it gyro with a J sound? Barb says it's J.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
I
was
always
wrong,
thought
gyro.
it was, but maybe it's gyro.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Oh wait. Well, never mind. All right. Moving on.
Moving on. So check it out. And then Ruthier Quick Lube and Auto Center right up here on South Main Street. Not only do they have some really nice used inventory, it's all gone through their state-of-the-art shop, literal gone through the whole thing, and then it is cleaned spotless by the extraordinary Colby, who I cannot say enough about that kid. He knows how to recondition a car. They look brand new when they leave there. He does amazing. Literal Q-tips to get into places. It's crazy. So not only do they have that, but they have the state-of-the-art facility there for, anything mechanical. Pretty much they can do it. It's just,
But they're off tomorrow,
they are off until the 8th. So they are closed
Oh.
until the 8th.
which is Tuesday.
Right. And so I think what they do is they kind of like close down. It's kind of like their vacation and they all just take it all at
Yep.
once. And so I think they do that twice a year, maybe.
Nice.
But yeah, check them out as well.
And going to say hello to Sue Ann and Barb.
Hello.
But you know who is also open tomorrow?
Legendary ice cream.
Oh, yeah, I bet you they're open too. They're definitely open.
They're definitely open. It's going to be a
And
great
so-
ice cream day.
Yep, and then you can go right over to the Den.
You can go over to the Den
And they have prime rib.
Friday night, every Friday night, and DJ Basics tomorrow
Yep.
for the 4th of July fun.
Say it slower because when you say DJ Basics, it sounds like Basics, B-A-C.
DJ Basics.
Right,
Number 6, DJ Basics.
at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. And yeah, he does an amazing job. Literally plays everything. And then Saturday night is the Legend Band, and they start at 8:30. And so check it out. Really good place. Eat, drink, be happy. The dance floor's huge. The air conditioner is cranking. They have a great outdoor space with cornhole and fire pits and a couple of undercover type canopy things. If it's crappy out, you can still go out there. And yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Get on over to the Den.
Nice, nice, nice. So, what do you know about the recovery of the body of the drowning victim in
Windsor? All I know is that she was young. She's like 14, and it's under investigation. I have not read much about that at all. I've been really busy today. So pretty much I posted the new news, the morning news, did my ads, did a few things throughout the day, but I haven't been real focused today.
WCAX said it's the 4th water-related death that happened in Vermont in the last 2 weeks.
In the last 2 weeks? Wow.
2 weeks. Happened
Wow.
in Vermont in 2 weeks.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely insane.
that's sad.
I did see that the shooting in Burlington, they arrested
The counselor, right? It was a shooting.
Oh no,
of the
that was
counsel-
that wasn't a shooting. They just beat him up outside of the in an alley out back behind the bar. But apparently there was a confrontation between him and this person, and then they kicked the shit out of him afterward out on the outside behind the bar. But there was also a shooting over near Barnes and Noble, over by the University Mall this week, and the shooter was arrested in Connecticut for that.
Oh, wow. Sue Ann's asking about buyouts in Barrie, and I don't know anything about it. I did not stay for that portion of the city council meeting. Did she mention anything about buyouts? No? Okay.
No,
Sorry about that, Sue Ann.
but I think they did the meeting before.
That's possible.
I'm because they gave like names of ones that they were doing in places. I'll get that info for you, Sue Ann, and get it over to you. I saw you today, but you were talking and I didn't want to interrupt you. I saw you at the gas station in Southbury, right at the bottom of the interstate. I haven't seen her in a while. Usually I see her in the parking lot out here once in a while. She works next door, but I haven't seen her in a little while. Yeah. She had on a really pretty dress.
All right. So that was the you mentioned that it was a scuffle that the counselor was having. It wasn't politically motivated.
I don't know. Not as of this morning. They weren't saying that, but I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they did say, he was a Democrat and da 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 in the news thing, but they didn't say that that is what prompted the assault or that it was a political issue. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean,
Interesting.
there's been lots of stuff going on. We know that our fire department has had an unreasonable amount of and a crazy amount of calls, and the calls are drug related, overdose related, heightened alert for some things that are going on around here right now for sure. And we're actually going to have a team of people come in and talk to us about that. They were called the Vermont Prevention Coalition. Their name has changed, and it's slipping my mind. But they're right here. They're set up with their partners with Turning Point, and Joe Allsworth is a member of all of them. But they're all going to come in, sit down, and have some good talks with us about what's going on and what people need to know and can do to help and those sorts of things. So we'll see how that goes. And we're talking about it right now that maybe they'll come in once a month. So looking forward to that. We may have a new podcaster soon too.
oh, really? Tell
So
me.
no, it's got to be a surprise.
Aw.
But yeah, I think we're gonna have a couple gals in here doing some. They already have a podcast. They're not used to video.
Is it a podcast?
It's a podcast. So they have a podcast, and that's the thing. They're only used to audio. They've never done the audio video thing, but they're really intrigued by it and want to give it a whirl. So, I mean, so we should. What are we going to do? We are going to have some sort of contest then about what this is. What are we going to call this? Are we going to call it a show? We're going to call it a podcast? Like, what are we going to call it? We are not changing the 802 scoop part of it. So we're, I guess it's not a contest because there's not really many options, but let's get some ideas of what it is that
We'll
we're
have
going
to
to.
just look it up and find out what it actually is.
Yeah.
Because we just live stream. It's a show.
Yeah.
We do.
802 scoops. Whose line is it anyway?
Ooh. I mean, I would love to do that. I'm just saying, I would love to do that. I know that you've mentioned the Jeopardy thing.
Yeah.
But I would love to do the whose lines is it anyways, because that's hilarious stuff.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah,
food
you wanna
shelf
do it.
firefight.
Yes, that's happening with Under Attack. That's happening tomorrow, and so that is happening
Nope,
at
Saturday.
Saturday. I'm a
July
day ahead.
5th, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
At the
Christ
church.
Community Alliance in East Barry.
Mm-hmm.
For
Right
a
up by the
family
old-
fundraiser.
Yeah, right up by the old antique mall.
Yep, and they just didn't they just redo their logo?
Yes, they
I think
did.
they just redid
They
their
did.
logo.
That's all to benefit the food shelf, and they are going to be with us for the Chris Fisk Memorial Ride that's happening on July 19th over at the Den. Under Attack will be with us as well, entertaining the kids. They'll be there so that the kids can have some fun during the event. So super excited about that. Love working with them. The kids love them, and a lot of adults really love to race heck with that too.
So there's another ride,
This
which
weekend.
is tomorrow.
Yeah.
The
the
Wilkins Freedom Ride.
the Freedom Ride. Yes,
So
is
they're
tomorrow.
like busy this week.
Yes,
They
because
got
I
one
think they have a ride
tomorrow.
Saturday too.
They have one, so they have the Freedom Ride tomorrow, and that's at 10 a.m. Kickstands up at 10:30. And they will ride around central Vermont for about an hour and a half and light lunch served afterwards. And that's up at Wilkins Harley Davidson. And then Saturday, they have the Barbara Wilkins Ultimate Poker Run.
Yes.
Which that's at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yep.
And it's in memory of our beloved late owner, Barbara Wilkins, we will be putting on our Barbara Wilkins Ultimate Poker Run. And yeah, so $10 per rider. Top 3 hands split the cash pot. So, do you think I can go with my trike?
Probably not to that one. I think you should have taken it last weekend to the Stephen M. Tracy Memorial one. Although you could have
I was
taken your
so
four-wheeler
bad.
to that one.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
yeah. I wanted to go. I got
know.
distracted. I'm sorry.
I know
No-
things have been crazy and
Yeah.
and things really get really busy for us anyway. I feel like this time of year because everyone wants us somewhere, and it gets to be a lot sometimes.
So the flyover.
Yes,
Do you know about that?
the Army
Do you want
National
to talk
Guard.
about
I
that?
posted it. I would have to
You
pull
did.
it up
Okay.
on my
No,
phone.
that's
and-
fine.
Sorry.
So Thursday announced the regional flyover by its 158th Fighter Wing for this
Mm-hmm.
year's Independence Day, which it says is for the sake of honoring the spirit of the holiday and enduring support of communities across Vermont and upstate New York.
yeah.
So Brigadier, sorry, that was bad. General Henry Harder said that the flyover was an opportunity for gratitude. Independence Day is a time to celebrate our nation's founding and honor those who have defended it throughout history. And I love that comment. That's an amazing comment right there.
Yeah,
And so
I
100%
agree.
true.
Yeah, I agree.
So 100% true. This flyover is a tribute to the courage and sacrifice of our servicemen and women, past and present, and a way to thank the communities who continue to support them. That's great. So I'm looking here. Are we going to see it in Barrie?
I think so.
So,
If we don't see it, we'll hear it for sure.
yeah. Oh, man.
Where's the closest?
Well, this is saying Warren, but
I thought it was closer than that. I thought there was someplace closer than that. No?
I don't think
Maybe.
so.
Do you ever look at their Facebook page,
I do not.
the Vermont National Guard? Today they have a video of them practicing, the band practicing
Just
for
in case I'm pulling up so that people can see it.
for the holiday weekend for Independence Day, and they were practicing, and they are amazing. They sound absolutely incredible. So if you can, check it out. Pretty awesome. Like and follow their page because they do a lot of great things in the community, and it's good also to follow it, not only to support them, but to also know about trainings, different things that are going on in the community. At Christmas time when they do the Santa's convoy that comes through the city, you'll get all of that information. But really you'll know when they're, doing night flying or they're doing different trainings, which they do often. And it's a good page to keep track of.
Then another event that's coming up is the car seat safety inspection, Saturday, July 19th,
right.
2025, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Barrie City Public Safety Building, and it says puzzled by car seat safety. We're here to help you put the pieces together, and they got cute little puzzle
Yep.
pieces. All right.
All right. and,
Anything else?
Yes, one more thing. So I've got to pull it up here though.
Well, while you're pulling that up,
so that
I'll
I
give
can read
another
this.
shout out. Campo Divino is closed tomorrow.
Yes.
Another sponsor, and then Emsley's, the florist and gifts. Fecto Homes,
Stupid thing.
want to say thank you to them, and Hogan Group LLC. We already touched on Legendary, which is Legendary Maple and Ice Cream. Preston's Kia, Shed Seamless Gutters, Taste Vermont, Tasty Bites, the Tommaso
Yep.
Family Painting,
Yep.
Vermont Quick Lube, and Yipes, Barry Bevins and Sons.
Yes. And so before I do this too, let's make one another shout out because I have to make sure to do this because I'm just so excited for them. I have to go down to find the post though. To make sure, I want to make sure that everybody knows about this and that they participate. But 802 Scoop would like to welcome new in business, but not new in name, Vinnie Calcani. and his wife Alicia. They are doing a grand opening for Keystone Architectural Stone and Landscape. They're opening up business, or Vinny is opening up a business, but we know if you have a spouse and there's a business, you're all in it together because somebody's making some compromises either way. But anyways, that is going to be at 3168 Airport Road in Berlin, and the grand opening for that is July 18th from 10 to 2. If you go to their Facebook page, you can enter the contest to win this really cool, this awesome fire pit, stone fire pit. So go to the Keystone Architectural Stone and Landscape Facebook page, and then just follow the instructions for the contest, which is pretty simple. You know, you like it, you share it, you know, follow, maybe invite some friends, and then you have to do something in order to enter the contest, but which is super easy. It's just down in the comment section. But check it out and welcome them. And if you have a minute to spare on July 18th from 10 to 2, go on up there and just say hey and welcome him. And great family, great guy, and I'm super excited for him. So I want to keep giving those shout outs and those plugs for them, because, you know, it's important with any business, no matter, you know, whether the name of the person is well known or not, it doesn't matter. Business is tough. Small business is tougher. Small business in the state of Vermont is tough. And, you know, it takes a lot of balls to do it. That's all I got to say. You really have to think hard, long and hard before you do it. And so I feel it's really important that we're always a really good community partner and that we share that information. If somebody reaches out and said, hey, can you do this? You know, I'm not going to say, sure, for this amount of money, you know, no. Yeah. I can't roll that way. I want to be the best community partner I can possibly be. And yes, I will admit it that sometimes I'm a mouthy one, but I can promise you right now, there's nothing that I won't say to your face that I'd say, you know, if I got to say it, I'll just say it. So that's just the way I am. But I will try to be the best community partner. I always will try that, for sure. And give people as much promotion as possible because it's tough. And advertising is tough and expensive. And that's what sinks some ships, right? You can't get your name out there, and that's what sinks some ships. And I rather plug the holes instead. Keep filling the pool with water, raising them up. So that's what we're going to do.
Good.
Yeah. So now, on a not so nice note, so we talked about Chris Fisk ride, and so now I need to do a little check-in about Matty Rickert, who is the beneficiary of the ride, and he really hasn't, as we all know, or some may know, heard Sam come in and say that he was permanently in the hospital in Burlington now, and unfortunately he got septic. He's still with us, but he got really, really sick. And when you get really, really sick, it bumps you off the transplant list. It kind of like you can get back on. But, you know, he was, you know, had been upgraded and was kind of like right there. And then, you know, now he needs to get his other organs to wake back up. He needs to get back on track and get things going. But he was septic. He was in shock. But hopefully he'll be relisted here in a few days. But definitely his wife could use our support. And so for anybody who wants to give support, you know, please come out to the benefit on the 19th. And I'll post those posters again with all of that information. But please come out to that. If you can't come out to that, consider reaching out to myself, Sam Fisk, or 802 Scoop Messenger, and just let us know, you know, I can't come out to that, but I wouldn't mind donating a gas card or maybe a gift card, one of the vanilla ones or something, so that his wife can travel. They have kids. They have quite a few kids. They can travel back and forth to Boston so that sometimes the kids can see their dad, so that, you know, if they need to stop at a restaurant on the way and get something to eat, whatever, or just monetary donation of any kind. If in the meantime, prior to the 19th, you want to help, I know that this family would greatly appreciate it. And it's got to be hard to know that somebody is that sick. They've been, you know, intubated. They've been, and being septic is no joke. And we'll hope that he gets relisted soon. And we're thinking of him for sure. And we hope to raise a whole hell of a lot of money on the 19th. So, yeah, come on out.
All right.
And in the meantime, if you pray, add him to your prayer list. Yeah, Matthew Rickert.
All right. Well, with that, want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Have a great and safe weekend, everybody.